advice with a licensed professional, and E is for enjoy the show. Stay tuned for additional announcements. Hi, everybody. Hopefully you can hear me okay. If you can't, just let me know in the chat room. I'm just writing something about the website for this show, which is spiritmediumtv.com, which is a place that you can get 33% off of private sessions with me, a sale on readings. That's on spiritmediumtv.com, the website for the show. As well, you can also jump to the top of the reading queue. Wednesdays is a very strange day. Sometimes I have a lot of people waiting, other days I don't. I already have one person who has made a donation, which means you jump to the top of the queue. Thank you, Coletta, for that. But I get to people also towards the end of the show that are just waiting in the queue. So whatever your budget is, or however you want to do it, a portion of proceeds of any donations goes to help animals as part of the Humane Foundation. Today I will be focusing in on connecting to the other side. That means loved ones in spirit. I will not be doing life readings. Please don't ask me to do a life reading through someone on the other side, as the best way to do that is through spirit guides and or pure psychic discernment, which I do on Monday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So today, this show will be about an hour in length. It's 1 p.m. Eastern Time from where I am, which is eastern part of the United States. We'll be focusing in on mediumship, as I just said, and readings will start around 10 to 15 minutes into our time together. I want to thank everybody who's dialed in. Thank you so much for waiting and being patient. Blah, 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 blah. I'm just looking over what I have to announce because it's up to me to remember it. I write it down, but I mean, it's up to me to say it at the beginning of the show. If you would like to join our mailing list, you will be kept apprised of future events and or happenings here. One of the happenings, oh, by the way to join the mailing list, my mailing list, Spirit Medium Laura's mailing list, is to go to the website for this show, which is spiritmediumtv.com. And on the upper right portion of the screen, you will see an opportunity to join the mailing list. Now, if you're on a mobile device or smartphone or what have you, my website is friendly to that, so it probably you just need to kind of scroll down a bit to find that opportunity. What I've been doing on Monday nights after that radio show is a private ongoing series of classes designed to bring out the medium in you. This month, the month of June, I'm focusing in on channeling for mediumship, developing that clairaudience skill. It's really it's a basic kind of opening class, but it's also good for people who've already made connection to the other side, as there will be people to work with. That's the point of it. That's the point of this live, interactive, online video classroom, which happens at 8 p.m. Eastern Time and progresses for an hour and a half till 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, is so that people who are developing will get to meet each other and also work with each other besides getting theory. And then in July, we'll be doing clairvoyance, which is seeing spirit, and again we will have a mediumship focus, as that's what my focus is. If you would like to RSVP for these classes, you can do so right now by going to spiritmediumtv.com, item number 3. On that page, we'll link you through to a RSVP for that particular class. This Monday, we were going to be doing automatic writing, which can be used to connect with those that have transitioned, as well as your guides, as well as your higher self. So automatic writing is an excellent way to tap into your subconscious mind, which is your gateway to the superconscious or spirit world mind. One of the things I'm going to be doing in the clairvoyance class, which is happening in July, is focusing in on using art as a mechanism. And as a matter of fact, I might be doing some kind of visual demonstrations during this show, and if the video feed is correct, I will be showing you. Maybe I'll pick somebody from the audience and sort of try to sketch something I'm getting. My sketching skills are not the best. I used to be able to draw anybody and anything. I was a pretty good artist, but kind of let that go to fallow. But certainly will try to do my best if I decide to do so. So I like to always do an inspiration before I open the phone lines. And I really don't have one inspiration. I just would like to say that I did a mediumship discernment before this show, and I'm a little bit in a daze from it because it was so intense. It was a suicide, and was the person who had just passed a short while ago, like within a few weeks ago, and the energy was overwhelming. So I'm kind of in a daze from that. I just want to say that, be kind to me and be gentle to me, or maybe the days will be good for this work. I don't really know. But mediums are supposed to be objective, but we are a vessel, okay, for whatever that soul is feeling and whatever is going on. And so quite often we can be overcome with emotions too. And one of the things we try to do as mediums is not allow that to interfere. But it can be very challenging, to be honest with you. As a matter of fact, here's my tissue. I was kind of tearful during that session. But all is good in the end. All is good in the end. And I'll let you all know that when one does commit suicide, if one does, that you don't go to hell. You'll have a pretty rigorous life review to see what could have been improved, but you're not being sent to hell. It was interesting. I think it was over the weekend, I went up to YouTube, and I love to look at videos about supernatural subjects, mediumship, the other side, what the spirit world is like. I love to listen to radio shows about that. I love to go see movies about that. So I was up there looking for something on near-death experience, and I found a lot of Christian-inspired ones about hell, which I thought was kind of fascinating. If you were in a scientific community, you would simply explore the near-death experience from the perspective of what was seen, what was validated, that kind of a thing. But in terms of a Christian setting, it was more like there's hell, and if you don't listen to God, you're going to go to hell. Well, the more I read, the more mediumship I do, I don't find any hell. What I find is levels of awareness and consciousness. I do know or believe that souls that have committed horrendous crimes to themselves and others are put in special areas, perhaps, for their own self-evaluation, if you will, and then a setting is placed in front of them where they can plan a life to redeem themselves. There's a great book called Journey of Souls by Dr. Michael Newton. If any of you have not read that book, he has several actually to read. To me, he's the most credible, not only because of his methodology, which is to use a hypnotic regression technique and work through hundreds of subjects, but also because when I read his books, it just feels right to me. I actually have pre-life memories of what the spirit world was like, and so when I read his book, it's like, yeah, this is authentic. And what he does show in there, how a soul that has committed horrendous crimes, how that soul is attempted to be rehabilitated, and some souls will never rehabilitate. As a matter of fact, they might go downhill incarnation after incarnation, get worse. I don't know if the background of Jack the Ripper, or some of these people have done serial murders or what have you, or even Caligula from ancient Rome. People that we know in history, Hitler, that have done horrendous things. I don't know where they are in the reincarnation scheme of things, but I do know from this book that if a soul continues to spiral downward versus evolve upward, that their energy, finally, after many, many attempts for spirit to rehabilitate them, their energy will be broken up. They will lose their individuated consciousness. They will lose their sense of self. They will be put back into the void, or back into the all that is. So that is, I guess, a version of hell, is that whoever you are then no longer exists. Okay, I'm going to go to Colita because she has made a donation. Again, if anybody would like to make a donation, jump to the top of the queue. That's because I'm giving you control over being heard. I had complaints about people saying that they weren't being taken, their phone lines weren't taken during the show, and I appreciate that. So I made it into a donation scenario of only $5. So you give some people control. And I don't always fill the show up with that because I stop announcing it about midway through. So those people who don't have even $5 to give towards charity can sit and wait and hopefully get to those that have been waiting the longest. Okay. Oh, and how do you make your donation? Sorry. Go to go to spiritmediumtv.com, and item 1B on that page allows you to make a donation. And I appreciate that, and so do the animals that are helped by that donation. Opening to Kalita. Hello, Kalita.
Hi, Laura. How are you?
I'm good, sweetie. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. You sound a little bit trepidatious today, like either you're worried of what I'm going to say or something's on your mind. um, I can hear it in your voice. Um, there's something about a feeling around you of feeling like intimidation or that somebody's got something to say to you that's not good. I'm going to open up spirit for you and see who is there. Hold on, Kalita. Now, I don't remember if I think we've tried to bring in your mother. Your mother's no longer on Earth. Is that correct, honey?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so she's in spirit also because we had brought in your father and he was holding your sister in his arms. We brought in your aunt, I don't know what you want to call her, but your lovely aunt. She was sort of an aunt. Your mother is there also. See if I can bring her in. Is that okay? May I do that, love? Is that the direction you want me to move in? Okay. Let's see what we get here. Well, there's a sense about her. The hair, she shows me herself with her hair above her shoulders, but mid-length. She shows me a cut more in a blunter cut, and there's a kind of a wavy frizziness to it, almost a little bit disheveled. And then she moves to a different hairstyle for some reason. So she might be trying to show us that she liked to wear hair in different ways. The second hairstyle is more of a braiding or more of a a native kind of African kind of braiding kind of thing, if you will. So there's two different hairstyles that I see her with. But the first one is sort of interesting because it's showing me that her temperament, which is a little bit out of control at times from time to time. And as I say that, she doesn't think anything of it. She's not upset that I said that. She's got like half moon eyebrows over her eyes. In other words, they're kind of curved like this, but not arched upward. I see a nose that's slender and on the longer side. It's refined and slender at the tip, but the nostrils flare up a bit. She has high cheekbones. She looks rather regal, and she has more of an oval kind of face. This person I'm looking at in any event, does this resonate for your mother or anyone that you would know, please, from the visual?
Yes.
Okay, well, she's a very nice person, actually. She's showing me, this is her opinion, kind person. But yes, she says sometimes things did get to her, and sometimes she was a little bit out of control, she says, and a strong disciplinarian with the family. She gives me the sense that there was too much for her to do, either too many children or just too much around her. Now, I know for a fact that you have one sister in spirit and you have one sister who's alive. I believe, well, that would have been three, but then she lost one of them at birth, remember? You told me that. I remember that. But I feel that she's got this sense about her as if there's too much to do, too many children, and I believe there's another child on Earth also. So that would mean she had three children, at least that I can see right now, and that other child seems to be a brother to you or a boy. Do you understand a brother to you, please?
I have an older sister.
That's all you have is an older sister. Okay. Well,
a twin and an older sister.
Oh, you have one other child, so there are three, but it's not a boy, it's an older sister. Okay, thank you. And she gives me a sense of, even though that's not outrageous, as if it was a little bit much for her. She's kind of a quiet personality or introspective type, an artist kind of personality. And anything that was around her would get on her nerves more than maybe the average person. She's a highly sensitive person. She loves music, she's kind of refined, and she's very sensitive. Do you understand this from Mom's personality, please, Kalita?
Yes, I do.
Okay. She loved everything. She loved life. She loves you. She loves everyone. She didn't mean to be so short-tempered at times when she was on Earth. She says she did try to do her best to calm that taking a tonic of sorts. Now, tonic is an interesting word because it could mean that she actually did something like drink to calm herself down, or it might have meant that she just meditated, or that she literally took some kind of medicinals that would have helped her calm down. But she uses the word tonic. Does that make sense to you in any way, please?
Yes, it does.
Okay. She's apologizing for that also because, again, she feels that she sort of dropped out, that she wasn't always fully present, if you will. And in large part, you all raised yourselves on your own, especially your older sister seemed there, and pick up the slack where mommy wasn't 100% present. Do you understand, please?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, it's more of an emotional thing than anything. But she says her nerves bothered her. Her nerves always bothering her, and she just wasn't easy for her. Life wasn't easy for her. And now I also notice as she gets to a more of an advanced age, I don't see where she passed it yet, or I might or might not, but I feel that she might have even had some kind of neuralgia in her body, or her body literally ached. Sometimes people call that fibromyalgia, but I see aching in her loins or aching in her body. Does that make sense to you, please?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Now I'm going to stop this because I do feel I have a strong connection with her, but I also feel that I need to come back to you, Kalita, rather than just, prove that we've got your mom here. I feel that there's something you need to say, ask, or that you need here. Would you like to speak up, please?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, ask a question and tell me what you need, honey.
You had brought in also my grandmother for my cousin Felice. And I just wanted to know if she had any messages, as well as my mom, as far as my abilities, how to be more in tune with my gifts.
Okay. And as you know, when I get it from your mom, probably she's not the best person, because what she did in this past lifetime is she didn't fully engage in living her life. There's a sadness there. So I'm going to allow her to be here with us, but I'm going to ask her to step aside. She loves you, though. She wants to make amends, but even those amends are sort of weak because it just feels like, in some respect, honey, you're at peace with everything, you, Kalita, but I don't know if there can be any repair to what was done there. So I'm going to let that go, okay? Let that sit on the side.
And I do forgive her.
Okay. All right. And again, she says she loves you very much. She's almost a little sheepish about it. I'll just say it to you that way. Little feeling badly for the way she treated you. Things that were not right, a sense of abuse, and she would like to make up for that, but she wants to also say there's no way to make up for that, really. So let's just go to your ability. She says, yes, you do have abilities. You're an intuitive, just like everyone else in the family. Mom is saying this. But the grandma, the great-grandma Felice, and I guess I don't know who she is to you. I'm going to find out if this... What was that, honey? Are you related to Felice by your... She is your grandmother? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she's my first cousin. So that's both our great-grandmother.
Through your father's side of the family, or her father's side? Because it's a father's mother's mother, is what I understood, correct?
As I know, that's my mother's great-grandmother, and that's how I know that's my great-grandmother.
Oh. Is your mother has a brother then, and that's her father?
She does have a brother, which is Felice's father, Uncle Larry.
Oh, that's it.
And
that's it, honey. That's the gene. Yeah, that's fine. That's what I said. That her father's mother's mother, or her father's mother, I think this is her great grandmother. So father's grandmother is related to your mother. Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to see the genealogy of that. Okay, good. Before I go into anything, so that's from her father's side of the family, goes up to her grandmother's. From your mother's side of the family, goes up. Okay. Yeah, she's here. Now, I brought her in pretty clearly Monday night. As a matter of fact, I was going to use that as our inspiration because she's really an interesting person, great-grandma. Well, she's your grandma.
Great-grandmother.
She is your great-grandmother also. Okay, good. And so that's good. It's good that your mother came in. It's all related. Okay, hold on. Let me see who wants to speak. Mom or great-grandma? Okay, great-grandma is going to speak. Now, just for everybody listening, great-grandma was brought in on Monday night. I do see her again. She's got a strong nose, strong chin, teeth She said on Monday night that she died at an advanced age of heart failure, but her heart just gave out. And she said this before Felice confirmed that for us, so that was her validation and evidence. And I also know that there's some American Indian or some kind of Indian or shamanistic kind of tradition that Grandma knew things, and Grandma was a shaman. Do you understand, Grandma, of having American Indian or some kind of Indian blood in her, please?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And she says, yes. Oh, great-grandma's saying, two faces of Eve, the two of you are, two faces of Eve. And she means that to mean that you're both very different, but you're also very connected in many, many ways. She says even the two of you are kind of telepathic with each other, almost as if you were born in the same womb. She says, but you're not. She says, but you are, in a way, very much connected, very much the same. Same soul. Same connection. She also says the two of you are supposed to be helping each other develop your gifts. She also shows me that you do have gifts, okay? She tells me that you are a little lazy when it comes to that. Okay? You're not looking into it as much. You're not as tortured by it as Felice is, I guess, she says, and she wants to give you a good kick in your butt. Okay? To get started. She says, get started. Stop talking about it. You talk a lot, she says, but you're not doing it. She says you weren't around her as much as Felice was growing up. Because I know Felice, I don't know why she's saying this. I don't really know. Actually, let me correct that. I don't know this, but I'm getting the sense that your great-grandmother, this lovely woman that I'm talking to now, was able to be closer to Felice for some reason, either through geography of where she was located. Can you confirm that, please?
Yes, but we were a lot more around our grandmother as well. We were all together, and then when they had moved, then my twin sister and I was a lot around our grandmother.
And when you moved, what did you say after that? When you moved, who was near your grandmother?
When my mother's brother girls, Felice and Deanna, had moved, my twin sister and I were a lot over my grandmother's house. Like, she would watch us and cook for us and other things, take us to school.
So great-grandma was there then? Great-grandma was around that. Okay, so you're closer to her geographically. Well, for some reason or other, Felice is close to her in some way. Maybe it's just the connection right now, okay, because Felice has been calling her in from spirit to give her advice. So I just got this. I don't want to go off on a rant. I just want to get to your answer because I do have other people waiting. So the answer is yes, you do have gifts, but you have to get your butt in motion to use them. She says you will be haunted or tortured by them if you don't use them. Also, she knows that you're going to school, and you've told me this already. You're starting nursing school. She says it's going to be a bit overwhelming. It's enough for you to concentrate on and control on, to concentrate on and control. She says, but there is this other part of you that will be addressed over time. She's only teasing you, but yes, you do have gifts. She says, just see them every day in your life, and they will open up for you. You don't need to do anything special. Just honor them, and that's what she means by acknowledging them, because in some form or fashion, you're blocking them out right now. Okay, so she's saying you're blocking them, and I think it's by virtue of the fact you even asked the question, do I have gifts? It's sort of almost like you're not acknowledging you have gifts, and she wants you to say, of course you have gifts. You'll just let them play into your day-to-day life. Keep acknowledging them. Keep noticing things as they come in. For example, I see you, she's showing me you, Colita, at the sink washing dishes for some reason right now. And she says when you're in the middle of doing something like that, you may get a thought or an idea. So far, you haven't been paying attention. She says when you're doing things that are routine and that quiet the mind, you will have ideas about things. Please honor them. That's your intuition and your gift speaking up. The more you honor them, the more they will be developed. And that will be an easy way for you to start developing your gifts during your process of going to nursing school. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Okay, sweetie. And honor your gifts, honey. Give yourself a big hug. Grandma's giving you a big hug right now. She's just giving you a big hug, a big kiss, and saying, I love you very much, Colita. And yes, you do have gifts. You're just like me, just like Felice. All three of us are three peas in a pod.
Wow. And Can you tell my mom again that I do forgive her and it's okay and I love her? I think about her all the time.
Of course I can, but you just did. And everybody listening, you know, a lot of people ask me, can you tell my loved one in spirit? And it's like when we're in session or any time you want to talk to your loved ones, all you need to do is visualize them in front of you and send them your information. They're telepathic. They can read your mind.
Thank you, Laura. I really appreciate all your help today.
Yeah, and I want to say one last thing about Mom, because I had this serious sense of, like, whatever, a sadness about her. Like, she believes that she'll never be forgiven. So thank you for saying that, but also do some prayer for her, because I think it will help her. Okay, honey, because she's not fully she's not fully rehabbed. She's not fully put together. She still seems to be suffering. Okay?
Oh, okay. I definitely will.
All right, love. Thanks a lot, honey.
Thank you, Laura. Have a blessed day.
You too, honey. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, I'm just going to see if anybody made a donation. I just made PayPal donations. Somebody's saying Cecilia's saying this. Let me just see here, honey. Cecilia, hold on for a second. I think this is Cecilia. Okay, hold on. Yeah. And she's, I think she's on Skype. I need to try to read the email you sent me, honey. Sorry, everybody, to keep you waiting. Oh, thank you, honey. She's just making sure I got the information. I do have the information, and anybody that makes a donation by going to the website for this show, which is spiritmediumtv.com, and goes to item 1B, you don't need to send me a separate email because it's all under control. So now I'm going to look for this, I guess it's the Skype ID. Because all she gave me was a Skype ID. But you know something, Cecilia? It doesn't show up your name as your Skype ID. Is this Cecilia?
Hello, no, it's Sharon.
Sharon. Sharon. Okay, Cecilia, honey, and I will take your call, honey. Just hold on for a second, and thank you for calling in so early. Cecilia, my dear, wherever you are out there, I need to know how to find you on the switchboard, because I don't have your name showing up. I don't have your phone number, so you have to email me your phone number. Okay, Sharon, let's get started with you.
I'm a Skype, yes. Okay.
Yeah, and that's, by the way it shows here at my end on most Skypes. Okay, I guess you use Skype to call into the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Confusing.
It is a little confusing because when you use Skype to call in, all I get are ones. Some people use Skype.
Oh man.
Yeah, and some people use Skype with their Skype facility, their Skype ID, and that will show up. And by the way, the only thing I see besides your 11111 up here is I see phone numbers, and that's great. I'm just letting everybody know that if you made a donation and you don't give me your phone number or your Skype ID,
Yeah.
I won't be able to find you. Okay, Sharon. What I do feel, so we're going to work now for you. Okay, I'm going to make a connection to Spirit as the show
Thank
is.
you. I need it right now.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. I do feel the sense of, oh, I hear something in the background, whatever that is. If that's you, just simmer it down, please. I appreciate that. So I can concentrate a little better, honey. Thank you. And if it's somebody else in the room, just try to move to a different location. I do.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel a female to you, okay, in spirit, and it feels like a mother figure for you. Now, a mother figure could be grandma, could be your mother, it could be someone like a mother, it could be somebody who is a mother, just from an older generation, is that sense to her, if you will. I'm going to just try that a little bit, and then I'm going to come back to you. What I try to do, Sharon, is I try not to take requests. And since you already told me that you really need something here, I'm going to try to honor that. If it's not who you want to speak with, I'm going to come back to you in a moment. Hold on one second, please. Okay. So what I do is I do see a woman here with brown hair, and they can show their hair at any time in their life. So its original color could have been brown. It could have been dyed brown. It seems, but it shows it as brown. I see there's roundness to the hairstyle. It's sort of medium length. It's a little bit of wave there, medium length. It's layered. There's a kindness to her face and a roundness to her cheeks and a roundness to her body. And she also shows me something which I have no idea how to interpret this or what this means, but it's not her. It's sort of symbolic of something. But it's almost like, where do I get this from? Yeah, just hold on for a second, honey. It's as if it's, I can't think of it. She's giving me an image of something, and I really don't know how to interpret it. It's almost like as if she's something that you would see on a bottle of, say, maple syrup, or somehow homemaker type that's on some kind of food that we would eat, and I can't really figure out what that is. So she might be trying to show me that she was a person who liked to cook. I see an apron. I see she's okay. I see a white apron. I see a gingham kind of dress. It's got a dark background with little flowers or little dots on it. And she's showing me herself as a homemaker type. She's wearing glasses. There's also a sense of her having vision issues for a long time in her life, not just once. There's also a sense of a male under her, as if if she is a grandma or a mother, that there'd be a brother to you, if she's your mother, or that there is just be your father's mother, but there's a male under her as well, meaning she had a son, or there's a male to her. Do you understand this for anyone you know, please?
Yes, it's my grandmother.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And there's also a little bit, now she shows me her hair getting a little bit lighter. She's a sweetheart, real sweetheart. She fills in her...
I know.
Yeah. So I saw brown, and then it looks lighter now. It's as if either it got grayer or it just looks blonder or lighter. I'll just say that. It's a little bit disheveled. I do see her face now in more detail. The face... She's got these glasses on. They're a little bit hanging down the nose, just a bit. She's got a little bit of hanging skin on her face. She's a stronger nose, a strong chin, but a nice mouth as well. Her mouth doesn't recede very much. She just has a strong Anglo-Saxon, she's given me the words Anglo-Saxon profile, is what she's saying about her. Strong Anglo-Saxon profile and heritage, strong blood in her family. I don't know what the A means, but the A could be from Canada or maybe the Northeast. I don't really know. I'm just giving you exactly what I get. There's also a sense of her having lighter eyes and lighter hair coloring. So there's a sense of lightness to her in her coloring, if you will. A very loving caretaker kind of person. Now I hear you go, in the background, which means maybe her eyes weren't light. I don't really know, but I just feel lightness. I just give you that. Okay, now is that the one you want to speak with? Because you said you needed something.
Yeah, any of my grandmothers. Both my grandmothers I loved. My parents are still alive.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Both my grandmothers were wonderful. So
okay.
Either one of them. I think it's my mother's grandmother. I think it's my mom's.
Yeah,
mom.
I did hear that, mother.
What you're describing. But
yeah.
She was a nurse. Very kind. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And she did say earlier, I think I said it to you, mother's mother, but I don't remember because I'm in half a trance. I do feel it is your mother's mother, but her hair, for some reason, she must have liked to wear it long. Okay, at least sometime in her life, but she's wearing it up like as if she's got it back in a soft bun. There's tendrils towards the sides of the face. She says her hearing was good, but her eyesight wasn't as good. Okay, she just wants to give.
There you go. My grandmother. Yeah.
Shows me her ears, and she's wearing a little bit of a dainty little earring because I can see the tip of her ear. She liked fine jewelry, but not ostentatious, if you will. Refined kind of personality, loving kind of person, caretaker around the home, family, everything. Nursing was important to her, but more the family was very important to her. But that is her personality, as a kind, caretaking type of person. I'm going to go a personal message for you. The word spiritual wanted to pop out. Yeah, maybe there's some spiritual guidance she wants to give you something. Let me see, the personal message for you, what that is. I love you very much. She says, I'm so glad that you're taking better care of yourself lately. And she goes on about your hair. I believe she likes what you've done with your hair. Every now and then they say that through me. I don't know, it's one of their favorite things to say. But yeah, but there is a change in your hairstyle. It looks like it's short, your hair. Have you made it shorter recently?
Well, I got to cut, yeah, and it's real blonde, yes, but I got to cut a little shorter.
Oh, okay. She likes what you've done with your hair. She loves you very much, and she likes the fact that you are caring for yourself. It feels like things are out of control around you a little bit, or out of whack. And if also like the male to you is if you have a son, maybe that's part of the issue. Do you understand, please?
I don't have a son, no.
There feels a male to you that I feel around you. Maybe it's not a son, maybe it's a male in your family. I don't really know, but I feel a male to you. Do you have a brother, please?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, let the record state, as she was going into this thing of things. Okay. There's some kind of male that I feel related to you that could be part of this out of controlness going on. So I don't know what that is. I just want to honor that.
I can understand that. Yes, I can.
Okay.
But go on.
Yeah. And it's really a broad stroke of it, but I do need to honor it because she's trying to give you hope about this, or caring for you about this, or nursing you about this. Okay. She says, don't. Wait a minute. Come on, Grandma. Don't let your hair go.
You're right, Laura. You're right. Okay, go on.
Yeah. Don't let your hair go about this. The word hair, almost like lose your hat, lose your hair. I don't know. Let your hair go about this. Don't let your hair go about this. Don't let it get into your hair. Don't let this person get into your hair. Don't let this person control you or upset you. You have to let go of that. She says, you're better than that, and you can let go of that. She says, and soon you'll be a lot more peaceful. It's just right around the bend for you. So she's encouraging you to move forward with the decisions that you've made. They're all for highest good. You will be able to release this angst. She uses the word angst and agony soon, and that there will be a new beginning for you. So she's coming in to give you a pep talk. I hope that this makes sense to you.
It does. No, Laura. 150%, yes.
Okay.
Now, can I ask my grandmother, when? Is it going to be soon? Because I'm waiting for an answer. How's that?
Okay. Let me see if I can get that for you, and then I'm going to move on to another caller.
Okay,
not to shove you out of the way, because I love talking to you, Sharon. Just I do have other people, so let's just see what Grandma wants to say about this. It will be in time, she says, that you will be able to let go of the situation. It seems more like you need to let go of it because it's not going to change. And I don't mean to be negative, but her read on it is it is what it is, and you're not going to get what you want. It's like a dog. It's like, you ever see a dog go after a bone? It's got its teeth in something. It wants it. She says you got to let the bone go. She says because it's going to be so long as you fight over the past, you can't move forward to the future. She says by letting go of it and letting the chips fall where they may, you actually will receive something, but it won't be the full thing that you want.
Okay.
Okay, honey, that's all I can do is just give you what I'm getting. And it is basically that you will get something, but let it go. And that's going to be your best method to do that. And she says it will take, I don't remember exactly what I said. You can play it back because now I forgot. Okay. But she said something about timelines on this earlier. And I don't want to restate that lest I say it incorrectly. So it's a matter of you letting go, because when you let go, she says it's going to come back to you, not as you believed it would. Some of that, I feel there's money involved. Some of that will be there for you. It will come to you, but not as much as you'd hope there. But what it's going to do is let you open up for a future for yourself, a new future, because because emotionally you're blocked right now and holding on to this.
Okay.
Okay. I hope that makes sense to you, honey. I hope that was helpful.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Okay, sweetie. Thank you, Sharon, for calling in. Appreciate it, honey. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, honey. Okay, let me see if I heard back from, well, I got Tabitha there. There's Cecilia. And I don't want anyone else to make any more donations because I would like to get to just the open phone lines, but I do have 2 people. Okay, I got the phone number. Thank you, Cecilia. Let me just double check, make sure there isn't anybody else with that. So it's area code 917.
Yes.
Wow, I heard you before the phone even showed it was open. Hi, Cecilia.
Okay.
Hi, honey.
Hi there.
I feel that there's a male around you. I don't know if this is on Earth or in spirit, although we're trying to get to other side connections, but there seems to be somebody that either you have a son or there's a male to you that seems to be around you. Do you understand a male in spirit that's not a father figure, but more either peer energy to you or a little bit maybe from a junior generation to you, please, Cecilia?
No, I don't.
Okay. So do you have a son on Earth then, honey?
No, I don't.
Okay, let me just move forward then. Well, there is somebody to you. You have a brother then. Doesn't have to be in spirit.
I have several brothers, yeah.
Okay. I just want to acknowledge that I feel a male to you, peer energy. Does not have to be in spirit, as I said earlier. That's all I'm getting. I'm just giving you exactly what I get as we move forward and unpeel this. There may be a reason for getting a brother for you. It may have something to do with who is in spirit for you. So let me just acknowledge that. But I do feel that there might be one brother in spirit. Okay, so I'm just going to say that. I'm going to develop this a little bit further. Hold on. Not okay, but there is a. Do you understand a brother for you in spirit, please?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't have a brother in spirit, and.
Okay, that's fine. And I also hear that the brother in spirit, they insist there is a brother in spirit for you, so please bear with me. And it's not the one you want to speak with. So I'm going to move on, even though that may seem incorrect to you. I will give you everything I get because sometimes it does make sense later. It could be a brother-in-law, it could be somebody that's a friend of the family, but it's not somebody that you want to speak to. So I'm going to move forward. Mother, father, sister. Father. Okay. So now I do feel a male to you, another male to you, and this feels like he's more of an older generation, a father figure in spirit. And it could be a grandpa as well. Before I proceed, in the interest of saving a little bit of time and trying to be pleasing to you, are you wanting to speak with a male in spirit that would be a father figure, please?
Yes.
Okay, and this is your father then that is here. I believe it is your father. I don't think it's your grandpa. I'm going to give you a few things about this person. And that's one of the reasons why we had that feeling of brothers to you, because the father is in spirit, and he's just giving me the sense of the family. Okay, so the color blue shows. Sometimes they give me colors, they mean things. Hold on. Okay. I think his eyes were blue. Okay, I'm going to just say that right off the bat. I see that he also shows me himself. Sometimes these things sound a little odd. Bear with me, please, Cecilia, as I develop it. But he shows me himself holding a pair of binoculars, and there's a blue reflection on the lens or the front part of the binoculars, almost as if he was somebody with high visual acuity. Okay, high visual acuity, and they like to peer and study things very much. He also shows me himself wearing a white cap, a white hat, as if literally he might have had to wear a white hat, or it might be symbolic of something. Again, I don't know really where this is going. Okay, I just have to give you everything I'm getting at this moment. Okay, so I do feel that there's something to do with man in uniform for dad, as that means that he either had served time in the service, but he's wearing a white hat and a navy blue uniform, which shows to me something nautical or navy-like to him. Does this make any sense to you, please?
He wasn't really. He was in the Merchant Marines when he done that.
Okay. Do they wear? I know Marines usually have a green fatigue, but they also might have a navy blue part of their more dress uniform. Do you understand that for part of the uniform of Marines?
No, he didn't really wear a uniform.
Oh, Merchant Marines. Oh, Merchant Marines. Oh, yeah. So Merchant Marines means that he was on the ocean, or that he did travel on boats. Okay. So he's coming.
Wait. He was a police officer.
Perfect. Okay, that's the navy blue uniform. So he was trying to give me a composite of a few things in one slap. Thanks, Dad. You're doing pretty good. But in other words, souls have to learn how to communicate, and sometimes they come in very eager, and they're just throwing a lot of stuff out, and they haven't really gotten the full vocabulary of communicating. So he's showing me a navy blue uniform, but then before that he had the white hat, which to me means navy, or plus the binoculars to me was meaning something to do with ocean. So I just wanted to add that in, and it wasn't really specific enough for Merchant Marines, but there you go, you got it. So he did like the ocean. He's also saying to me he liked the ocean, he liked the sea, like sea. He's a seafaring kind of guy, highly intelligent. There's a sense of the Northeast to him. Oh, well, your area code 917, so I guess that's a no-brainer, right? Either New York is 917, but I also feel maybe New England there, but I feel Northeast to him. Background, and I also get something to do with Irish. Do you understand Irish background, please?
Yes, I do.
And Catholic also. Do you understand Catholic, please?
Yes.
Okay, Irish Catholic. He's saying I'm Irish Catholic background. We're all of that family.
No, he's not. He's Italian.
He's Italian? Okay, there's something about Irish Catholic, he says, so I don't know what that is, but it makes sense to you in some way. Thank you. Okay. All right. Hold on. See what else I can get from him. Okay, now a sense of his height. I wish I didn't know that Italian thing because it could be giving me a little bit of prejudice because I'm Italian, by the way, but I mean prejudice in terms of sometimes we filter through our own idea of what something is. So, okay, I see a face, I see height. I don't see a very tall person. I see more 5'8" to 5'10", more average height. Do you understand your father's height for being that, please?
No, he was over 6 foot.
Okay, so that's me, visualizing Italian American because my father is Italian, was Italian American. So I've got to wipe that away. Hold on. Come on, Dad, come back in. I lost the connection. He's a little bit difficult for me to bring in today. He's here. He says, I'm here. I want to speak to you. I'm glad that you called me in. I also see something to do with cardiovascular issues and or heart-related issues for him. Do you understand that, please?
No, that's my mom. My mom's Irish Catholic, and she's got that with me.
She has it. Is she alive now, honey?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he's trying to show me that. Let me just pull in a few more things, Dad, about you, and then we'll go to your personal message about Mom. Okay, sweetheart? He says, all right. I just need you to give me a few more things about yourself. Okay. Do you understand your father have had blue eyes, please? Because I said that earlier and I didn't ask you. Okay, good. Because he's giving me the Frank Sinatra eyes. He's saying Frank Sinatra eyes. Frank Sinatra had blue eyes also. He wants me to confirm that with you because he says he's already done his due diligence in letting you know who he is. Okay, Dad, thank you very much. A good-looking man, too, for that matter. Okay, he's laughing a little bit. Kind person, kind of sweet. I also get a sense of him having smoked sometime in his life. You give me a sense of smoking. Do you understand smoking for Dad, please?
No, he never was a smoker.
Okay.
My mom is a smoker. Yeah.
Okay.
My mom was.
She was. Okay. All right. Well, he still wants to talk about your mom then. Okay. Dad, I need you. I do feel something in the chest area. Not for Mom. I hope it's for him. That has to do with breathing and or cardiovascular for Dad. So I don't know why I feel that, but I do feel a choking in my an inability to breathe, and it feels in the upper right portion of my chest. Do you understand Dad having problems with breathing, please?
No.
Okay.
No, he never did.
Okay. We're going to have to let that go and let him talk about what he wants to talk about because he's showing me your mother. Okay. So we're going to have to talk about Mom because he doesn't want to give me any more information about himself. But shows me something about his personality, which is he's going to talk about what he wants to talk about when he's ready. And that's it. So it must have been kind of strong in his personality. Okay. Dad, go ahead. Give me what you want to say about Mom. This is your personal message, Cecilia. Okay, hold on. She's going to be all right with her health. It feels like she's had some kind of an incident recently that has set her back, almost like a stroke or something. Do you understand that, please?
Yeah.
And that's the thing that's really driving you all crazy. You need a little help with that to understand what's going to happen next. He says that she will be okay and she will recuperate somewhat from that. he says, so don't worry. She will be around for a while longer. She wants to see the grandchildren grow, you know. She wants to see the grandchildren grow. And I also get a feeling of a child, of as if there's some grandchildren for her that are boys. I feel a boy. It's either you having a son or one of your brothers has a son, or there may be a few of them, but I sense a boy to her. So he's just using that one child to show me grandma's not ready to leave Earth. She's going to be all right. She's going to be somewhat functional. And he actually shows me her getting better, almost 100% functional again. Okay, and that she's not ready to go, and he says that she will be okay and do everything the doctors are saying. They have miracles now, Cecilia, on Earth. There are miracles now that can be done with health, and he says even though it seems like I'm saying a lot to be expected for the situation, he says that she will regain a large part of her functionality. Okay?
Okay.
All right, sweetie. Thank you so much for calling in, love.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Okay. All right. So that was interesting because that was almost like Spirit was trying to give us a personal message. Oh, Tabitha. I wonder what this is all about. Tabitha, is this for the show today? It looks like you made 2 donations, honey. Okay. So I'm going to go to area code 609. There we are. And maybe we have 2 people that want to speak. Is this Tabitha?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Tabitha. I don't know if you know this. Maybe you hit the key twice, or unless you have 2 people there.
No, it wasn't an accident.
Okay. All right. So that was deliberate. So that means that there's 2 of you, or you want 2 different connections, or what did you mean by that, love?
Well, 2 different. I just had 2 different questions.
Oh, well, aren't you the sweetheart? Okay. Well, the animals appreciate that because you know I would cut you off.
I know you would. You do so much good work.
Oh, you're sweet.
Gotta get some time.
Yeah. Oh, you're sweet. Thank you, honey. All right. Well, there is. Okay. I hope I'm not projecting from the last one. Sometimes there's a residual of energy, but I do feel there is a father figure to you, or a male in spirit that has a sense of authority to him. Do you understand a male in figure to you, a sense of authority, perhaps a father figure, please?
Oh, yeah. My dad had passed away. Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's here with you.
My brother.
Well, it's more of an authority figure or more of a father figure. Okay, and he is here for you. And actually, he might have been overshadowing the last reading because you said your brother also. There was a little bit of problem, congestion in the last reading, which was kind of interesting. Sometimes that happens, especially if his soul is extremely strong. Let me see what Dad is like. Hold on for a second here.
Not good. Maybe up there, but.
Oh, well, don't tell me too much, honey.
See it.
Yeah, well, let me just see. Hold on. I want to see if he wants to talk. It's a dark hair. Something about his forehead and his brow. Headstrong. He's trying to show me headstrong by showing me something on his forehead. Strong personality, strong temperament. Not an easygoing guy, but certainly an outgoing guy. And did like to control things, he says, when he was on Earth, and strong as of now as well. I also see for the features, they're a little bit caricatured right now. In other words, he's overdoing it. But I see a rounder kind of nose, rounder tips, rounder kind of nostrils, and there's a roundness to his face. Don't blow yourself up so much, Dad. I'm trying to get what you really look like. Okay? Hold on, Tabitha. I just want to refine this, and then we'll come back to you.
Okay.
Okay, so I see this person as having extra weight on him. This could also be symbolic. I'm going to give you both possible ways of looking at this because I don't have them clear yet. That he's just a big, boisterous personality, big personality. But I see roundness to his figure. I see extra weight on him. He seems like a bigger person, bigger than life literally, and bigger than life figuratively is the wording he's giving. In other words, big person, big guy. And when he was in the room, everybody knew it. There's a sense of him having a violence to him. Not an easy temperament to get along with. And he wants to apologize to you for that because he says sometimes he was overly dominating in the home and the family. He also shows me something about sparing the rod. He didn't believe in sparing the rod to spoil the child. Does this make sense to you, please?
Yes, it does.
All right. He's sorry, by the way. He wants to say sorry because now he certainly knows that that was not the way to raise his family. He says your brother, who's here with him now, could have learned a few things. Learned a few things from him also. I don't know what he means by that. Hold on. He could have learned how to control his temper also, but he didn't learn that either because of the way I was. So in other words, it rippled over into some of the family, and your brother seems to have passed a transition because of some of these personality related issues that's veered in that direction of being impetuous or moving too quickly to do things before all the information was in. The same kind of temperament as Dad in that respect. You understand that, please?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Ooh. Now, are these the ones you want to speak with?
I really don't want to speak to my dad. There was just some things done that, I mean, I forgive myself. I forgive him in order to move on, but I just don't want to waste my time with him.
No, that's not a problem. I am asking you who it is you want to speak with because we only have a few minutes left and I don't want to continue in that direction. If it's not where you want to go, I can see it's getting down a bad alley there. Especially with your brother, there's not a lot of happy news there. So let me just go. I believe that there's other people in spirit for you, but your father is a strong personality, and that's how it works. By the way, he probably died of cardiovascular, didn't he?
No, he died of cancer. My dad actually abused me when I was a child.
Yeah, I know. He just pretty much showed us that a moment ago. Did he have lung cancer then? Did he smoke?
Yeah.
Because he was overshadowing the prior soul. He literally was popping in on my prior connection. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. That's how strong his personality is. Okay, so are you wanting to speak with your mom then, hon, or a mother figure? Who is it that you want to speak with? Because I don't feel anyone else. Because your daughter. Okay, your father is such a strong personality. Okay, so let's just close the door on Dad, not in a mean way, but a forgiveness way. Dad, we accept your forgiveness, and we're going to let you go now. Okay, honey, we want to bring in Tabitha's daughter. Okay, so let's show your first act of kindness and goodwill towards Tabitha by allowing this to happen. Okay, Mommy. She says, hello, Mommy. Now, I don't know how old she was when she passed. Okay, I just want you to know.
She just died February 3rd. Well, January 28th this year.
Okay, don't give me too much information. Okay, otherwise you influence me. And then it skews everything. Okay, so she comes in by saying, hello, Mommy, almost like she's a little girl. And, our children are always our little babies to us, and there's certainly that feeling there. She's also apologizing to you. There's an apology there. There seems to be something there in her behavior. Oh, geez. There's something... Yeah, there's something there in her behavior that takes responsibility for her passing. She's saying something like that. Do you understand that, please?
Yes, I do.
She says, I'm sorry. I hurt myself, Mommy. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do it, but I did it anyway. It was impetuous of me. I have that temperament. So, in other words, she did something to hurt or harm herself. In one respect, she says, I didn't mean it. In another respect, she says she does mean it. I also see her sort of having, it looks to me like she might have been related or living around people who were using drugs. Do you understand drugs, please?
Yes.
Okay. I also see her sort of poor, very poor at this time in her life, and not living well whatsoever, either living off of other people or not having a good home for herself. There's a sense of futility about her and also a sense of giving up. Do you understand that, please?
Yes, I do.
Okay. She's also showing me that I believe she has a child, had a child that was left on Earth behind. In other words, a daughter. Do you understand her having a daughter, please?
No, she couldn't have
90 seconds.
Okay. Is there a younger sister to her then?
Yes.
Okay, then that's who it is. There seems to be a sense of her leaving, feeling that she's left the care of her younger sister, maybe through poor example. I just want to let you know that. First I thought it was her daughter, a daughter to her, but it is somebody she was going to show me you're in care of this child. In other words, you're still like a mommy to this other person. So that's her sister then, her younger sister.
60 seconds.
She wants you to know she's okay. She keeps using mommy. She keeps using the term mommy for you, just to let you know that you are to her mommy. She's your little girl. She feels that connection to you, is that love and that nurturing, that kindness. She's giving you right now a hug. She's giving you a kiss on your cheeks, and she's saying, thank you for forgiving me, mommy. Thank you for forgiving me, mommy. Because I know that I did a lot of things to disappoint you. I really tried your nerves, she says, and you were always so worried about me. She says you gave and gave and gave, and she says I wasn't even grateful for that. So I want you to know that, Tabitha, that your daughter is here. She's saying hello to you. She sends you love and flowers now, and she's playing a little song. It reminds me of a song in the 60s, Where Have All the Flowers Gone? Some song like that. I don't know if that song has any significance to you, but I will leave you with that. Does it have a significance, my sweet?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Where have all the flowers gone? And so she leaves that song with you, and she wants you to know she's peaceful and that she loves you very, very much, and she asks that you forgive her as well.
I wanted to ask you a question.
Okay.
I want to know about my left knee. Are they going to be replacing my left knee?
Okay.
Or what's going to happen with this knee? Because it's
Okay. Yeah, that's the second thing we were going to work on. And now I also want you to know we will continue to work. The show is recording. I don't know if it's broadcasting, but it will be recorded. And because it shows an hour in length. And so I don't know how they handle it at Blog Talk. I don't know if you can still hear me. But if anybody wants to hear the rest of this, just for curiosity's sake, you can certainly watch it and hear it on spiritmediumtv.com. So we're going to go into your knee, your left knee. You're handling this very well, Tabitha, with all the losses you've had. Okay, left knee, left knee, left knee. Do you have a little extra weight on your body, sweetheart?
no.
Okay. Hold on for a second. It's going to get better over time. It seems like there's some kind of arthritic condition in there. Is that correct, love?
Yes.
Okay. It will get better over time. I feel that if you're not doing this, that you should, but they're showing me that you should do something like acupuncture. Have you tried that at all, please?
No, I haven't.
Okay, because I'm seeing needles going into your left knee's joint, and that will relieve a lot of the arthritic condition in a way that you haven't. Well, obviously you haven't tried that yet, but that will be the best thing because it will be doing it without any kind of drugs or any kind of external thing that's going on. That's the only way to get really it better. So the answer is yes, it will get better. Spirit is recommending that you use acupuncture. Okay, because that's something you haven't yet tried, and that will relieve a lot of give me the word, pressure on the tendons and the muscles, pressure on the tendons and the muscles. There's a lot of inflammation in there, and it feels like this came from an accident earlier in time, as if you broke your leg or your knee at that area. There's some kind of thing that happened that caused an instability there. Do you understand, please?
Oh, yes. That's what it's from, an accident, yes.
Yeah, and so what they want you, because the way you're going right now, it feels like you're doing more traditional kind of therapy. Okay, you might have even had it operated on. Did you have it operated on once? I don't know about that.
No, I haven't. They put steroids in it, and they gave me some other treatments, and the treatments aren't working. So I'm going to go talk to them. Eventually, they're saying I'm going to need a knee replacement, and I kind of just really want to just get it out because.
Okay,
it's just causing difficulty and
yeah,
on my nerves.
I mean, it should be from what I can tell, it looks very, very painful. But rather than go for operation, you might, if you have the extra money, or maybe it is covered by insurance, I don't know, but I'm being told to try acupuncture. Okay? So if you can,
Okay.
right, and I mean, there's many ways to skin this or heal it, if you will, but I'm being told that acupuncture will relieve a lot of the pressure on the nerves and the joints, and it's a less invasive thing. I'm also hearing, and you probably know this, maybe I'm channeling it in from a spirit physician, is that we need to put off knee replacement as long as we can, because knee replacement only has a certain shelf life. So rather than rush to do that, it's better to try something less invasive for now, see if that can work, and that's what's being recommended right now. So that would be your message, sweetheart, in relation to your knee. Okay?
Okay.
All right, sweetheart. I'm sorry about all of your losses, including your loss of your health there with your facility, your left knee. I can see how painful that must be to you. I want to thank you for your donation, and I hope that this was helpful.
Yes, it was. Thank you so much.
Thank you, honey. God bless. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, everybody. It was interesting how her father had such a strong personality that he actually popped in on the prior reading. That was kind of interesting. I want to thank everybody for coming today to listen, and we will be back Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I will be doing life readings as well as mediumship on that show, and then after that I will be teaching a class in a private session, a webinar, on automatic writing. If you're interested about any of this, please visit spiritmediumtv.com. As well, you can gain a 33% discounted 30-minute session with me. That's a mouthful, isn't it? On that site, item 1A on that site, Spirit Medium TV. Thank you, everyone, and blessings. Have a wonderful day. God bless.